What's up, Internet? What's going on? You guys know that last week, or maybe a week and a half ago, I'm not sure, I posted a video about some of the tissue culture plants that I got from Boost Plant. I did get some of the Amania species bonsai, which I think was legit. I think it was assuredly, legitimately the plant that I ordered. The pots were healthy and everything. But we do have a bit of a problem here. We planted all those plants and they have decidedly melted away and completely disappeared. So I've seen this before from time to time with tissue culture plants, that they just don't convert, they just kind of die off, and it is a bit of a drag, and it's one of the reasons that I stay away from tissue culture plants typically. I did save a pot that was not planted, and so I replanted some of that a couple of days ago, I believe on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure what day it was, but that is all melted away. I've got one stem left right here, which is about to completely melt and detach and just kind of lift off into nothingness. And so whether there's some root left in the substrate or not, and it might sprout something, okay, that's definitely possible. But personally, this is the downside I've had with tissue culture plants, is that you get this lovely pot, you bring it back, you submerge it, it just doesn't convert, and then you've wasted $10, $12, sometimes $20, and I'm just not the happiest camper. But the crypt that I got, which was a tissue culture also, we do have some root balls left, so I'm hoping that those will sprout and try to grow converted under the water here, but we'll see how that goes. Now, the crypt that I got from them, the costata, the Albida costata, is a really cool crypt. That came in a pot, and as you can see, it is sprouting new leaves. All of the pieces that I planted back here. This one I just put in the foreground so you guys could look at it. It's growing new leaves underwater here. It is sprouting new stuff. It sprouted new roots and stuff in the week and a half that it's been in here. So I think ultimately that's my big differential with a potted plant versus a tissue culture plant. Yes, potted plants, you do have a chance of putting them into a tank and them having to completely convert, which you can see these that I added back here have been converting. The lower leaves are green and round, and the new submerged leaves are orangish red and a lot thinner. So you'll notice that there's a difference between the immersed and the submerged growth of just the same plant. So that's actually working pretty well. But my problem is that I buy tissue culture plants, and even if it's a 50-50 success rate, I'm still like, it's a super drag that I end up having wasted that money. Now, I've gone ahead and ordered some other plants from a different source, which actually was just an Etsy site. And we shall see if I actually get those in. And I'm going to kind of compare just a Etsy kind of hobbyist site versus a... I'm trying to stable my camera here, but I'm just kind of beating it against the glass. But I'm going to see what it's like with sort of an Etsy hobbyist versus what I would consider more of a professional company in just getting in a plant that is not a tissue culture, that was actually just cultured in somebody's tank, and bring it in. Now, I'm not mad at Boost Plant for this. There's no ill will at those guys. They sent me exactly what I ordered. I got it in. I just don't think that tissue culture plants are necessarily the best avenue to go down unless you're doing something like a dry start method, where you can actually grow and establish the plant in a tank that doesn't have any water in it yet, and then fill it with water. You'll probably have a better success, in my opinion, but that also comes with a lot of downsides that I don't necessarily advocate for people to even really try out. So hopefully this just gives you a little idea as I'm going through dealing with some new plants added into this tank as the rescape goes on. You guys will see the full rescape of this 240 once it's kind of done. I'm getting to that point where I've almost got some final footage and things of what's going on here. Probably a couple weeks from now. All right, later.